Boom, everybody, and welcome back to the HabWrap. My name is Harry Rice. I'm your host. You are listening to the friendliest and funniest source for anything and everything related to the Montreal Canadiens. My goodness, one of the two things we were looking for tonight has happened. That is right. And before anybody says, "Oh my God, Cole?" Nope, it was the other thing. The other thing that Canadiens fans were probably less excited for, but still excited for, did happen tonight. We will talk about it. The Canadiens played a game tonight, a very stressful game, much more stressful than it needed to be, against the New Jersey Devils. The first game of a home-and-home, or for the Canadiens, a home-and-home. Yeah, the Canadiens fans that traveled to New Jersey, just insane. Like, I know we have a far reach. There's Canadiens fans literally everywhere. I did not expect the arena to feel like it was a 30-70 split Devils-Canadiens fans. It felt like a Canadiens home game. A ton of people traveled to this game for the purpose of seeing Cole Caufield potentially score 50 on the year. Which, fortunately, for those who wanted to see it happen at home, are going to have to wait, thankfully. For those of you who just want to see it happen and want him to overtake Nate Mack for the lead in goals, unfortunately, he didn't have that happen tonight. But we will talk about some very nice Cole Caufield things regardless. Yeah. So again, the Canadiens play the New Jersey Devils tonight. In Jersey tonight, we are in the Bell Center, back at home tomorrow. That's going to be pretty exciting, if you ask me. Of course, Bell Center, best place to play hockey. It's a great place. We all know this by now, especially if you're already a Canadiens fan. I'd imagine you know this. So yeah, the first half of a home-and-home. We'll see how the Canadiens do in this game. But of course, we got to go through the lines. Before we do, though, I want to mention this because it's not in my notes, and I don't want to forget about it. Oliver Kapanen did an interview with Elliotte Friedman earlier today, and he said that if he were to unretire or not retire, the one place he would want to play is Montreal, which is just huge. The fact that Oliver Kapanen would have wanted to stay in the NHL if it meant coming to the Canadiens. Like, it's confirmed he's done. He's unfortunately washed. But to think if Kopitar had hit free agency, when was his first big deal up? Probably like 2016, 2018, around there. If he, for some reason, willingly wanted to leave the Kings, or the Kings for some reason didn't want to sign him, the fact that Montreal very likely would have gotten him, God, just, it shows as well the amount of superstars that want to play in Montreal. It's great. Obviously, it sucks that these guys don't. Ovi, Crosby, Kopitar, because we would have won at least another cup or two had these guys actually joined the team, especially when Price was still here. It would have been awesome. Yager as well in 2012. Yager really wanted to come to Montreal. I know he was here already, but Kovalev, technically, even though he wasn't a superstar by that point in, 2016, when he wanted to come back, he said, "Hey, I'd love to go to Montreal." And then we said, "Yeah, but you're old. We don't want you. You're like 45. You can't skate. The skills are still there, but the skating's gone." So, as fun as that would have been, because we had 40-year-old Sergei Gonchar as well, and even though he was only 33, skating like he was 53. Alash Hemsky on the Canadiens. Join the old boys club, Kovalev. I mean, technically, we can say he was, because he was with the Canadiens in his prime, but we're getting off topic now. Either way, Kopitar, class act, love Kopi, would have been great as a Canadian. We can all agree on that, I'm sure. Let's get into the lines, because the lines are very important. You can't play a hockey game without the lines. I haven't used that in a while. I haven't used that line in a while. Haha. The opening line... Why do you guys watch this show? Nobody watches this show. That's why I care so little about waiting 8 minutes to get into the goddamn lines. Please show the podcast. The opening lines for the Canadiens are Caufield, Suzuki, Slafkovsky, of course, Newhook, Kapanen, and Demidov, Bolduc, Evans, Anderson, and Valeno, Ditto, Gallagher. Matheson, Dobson, Struble, Hudson, and Gooley Jackeye are on the blue line, with Carrier still being out. Very likely out until, the end of the first round, I'm pretty sure is what he would be out until, most likely, assuming he doesn't force himself back in time for the playoffs, which probably wouldn't be ideal. Yeah, please don't do that, Carrier. Stay out as long as you need to be. We'd much rather have you at 100% than at 60%, just forcing yourself back into the lineup. And of course, Jakub Dobeš gets the start in net for the Canadiens, and Samuel Montembeault backs him up. The reason for this is not that Fowler's injured, Fowler's out. No, we just sent him back to Montreal to just get ready. He'll obviously be in net tomorrow. Montembeault backs him up in case Dobeš somehow has a stinker of a game. You don't want to play Fowler tonight and then have to just go back to Dobeš tomorrow. You go with the safe option. So Dobeš is back in Montreal. They told him basically just, hey, just be ready. So nice. That's awesome. Montembeault does back him up as a result. The opening lines for the Devils are Bratt, Jack Hughes, and Brown, Meyer, Hischier, Mercer, Hamino, I don't get paid enough to pronounce his name accurately, Glass, Bukestad, and McLaughlin, Cotter, and Hallinan. Siegenthaler, Hamilton, Luke Hughes, Kovacevic, Habs legend Jonathan Kovacevic, and Dylan with Nemec were on the blue line tonight. Jake Allen, Habs legend Jake Allen gets the start net for the Devils, and Jacob Markstrom backs him up. He'll go tomorrow in Montreal. So pretty interesting lineups for both teams. We shall see how this game happens. First note was that the Canadiens fans had invaded New Jersey. They were talking about it all through the pregame. It's just awesome that the Canadiens fans are this freaking passionate. You gotta love it. Caufield gets a break in the opening minute, but he goes just wide. Dobeš gloves a shot from Hamilton. He does it again moments later. Demidov gets on the 2-on-1 with Newhook. Good speed from Demi. The shot gets saved. He does get the rebound, but it gets deflected out of play. The top line have a press. Caufield has a shot saved off a slot turnover. Devils ice a puck after a near cycle. Dobeš can't handle a rebound. There's two good saves with the pads. The Habs eventually get the clear to center. Go Habs go chance 5 minutes in. Incredible. The Habs ice a puck a moment later. Hughes drops to Bratt, but the shot is just off the post. Jesus. Devils press. There's a good pair of saves again. Caufield goes back the other way. He finds Slavkovsky, but the easy backhander gets to Allen, and he holds. Habs do pressure. The top line is out. Cole almost tips a shot home. Slav pokes at the pads as a shot gets held by Allen. Demidov's stick is held. Demidov's stick is held at the boards. There's no call. Second line does try to press. Devils were slowly settling in, though. Wouldn't last for too long, though. Hughes at the line is nearly tripped up. There's a shot eventually held by Dobeš. Devils cycle. Nemec, I believe it was, has a one-handed backhander. That gets saved. Demidov with really good speed. The shot is saved. Just squeaks by the net. Kind of popped over Allen, but just slides by. That would have been awesome. Habs go to a penalty kill. 7 minutes left in the first. Demidov is called for interference on Paul Cotter. That sucks. Dobeš has a save early. Habs clear off a skate to center. Anderson tries to come in shorthanded, but he gets stripped, of course. Veleno then clears to center. Hughes finds Brown in the slot. A great save, Dobeš there. Habs then cycle. There's a good top line press. Suzuki has a shot. I didn't even mention, the Canadiens won 4 on the penalty kill tonight. Haha. The Habs then cycle. That's where the top line press happens. Suzuki has a shot. Caufield with the rebound just off his tape. Habs do keep it in. They cycle, and they score. A good cycle eventually gets to Struble, kind of bottom of the left circle. He just shoots it, and it's in. The horn doesn't go. It takes a minute for everybody to realize Struble realizes it's in. And Struble, with his second goal of the year, he will snap a 4-game pointless drought. That's a good cycle. Caufield and Jackeye finding each other there before Struble. Wait, did I say Jackeye? Yeah, Struble scores from Caufield and Jackeye, who snaps his 30-game pointless drought. Arbor Jackeye with another point on the year, baby. Hell yeah. Arbor Jackeye getting a point on the board. Very good pass to Cole, by the way. You could argue the goal doesn't happen without that pass from Jackeye. Hell yeah. Great shot by Struble as well, by the way. Someone on Twitter, I think it might have been Eric Engels, pointed out that is not a shot you assume from a guy who has just 2 goals on the year. Struble is a solid shot, it looks like. Arbor's got the slapper. Struble's got the wrister, it looks like. So, Canadiens take the 1-0 lead. Awesome. Good way to get the game started, or opened up, I should say. Luke Hughes has a good shot saved by Dobesh. There's a Kovacevic shot saved. Habs end up icing it a moment later. Game would open up, and then a few icings or some quick stoppages kind of slowed the game down a little bit. It wasn't until the third period, I feel like, where the game really opened up a lot. There's a Struble shot tipped by Galley just off the outside of the post. Would have been awesome to see Galley snap his goalless drought, which we will talk about later because I finally tracked it. I did not realize how long it had been going on for. Jesus Christ. Slav tries to start a rush. The Habs are trying to capitalize on some dumping and chasing. And with 8 seconds left, they get a power play. I forgot to write it down because I was going to check my notes, and I did not. Bukestad gets called for a slash on Demidov. It was a slash. I don't know what else to say. There's a battle off the draw. Devils do eventually get it out, and the Habs will have a minute 50 of power play time to start the second period. The shots 14-9 for the Devils. Habs have the 1-0 lead after the first. In the second period, the Habs try to cycle. Devils clear twice. Hudson has a good reach to keep possession as the Devils try to steal. Slav has a shot, but that gets blocked back the other way. Habs are 0 for 1 on the power play. Newhook and Bolduc with a bit of passing behind the net. Matheson finds Dobson. The shot. Newhook gets on the rebound, but another pad save by Jake Allen. Very solid one there. Dobesh has a good save. There's a scramble in front that gets cleared. Devils press after a near jack-eye cycle. There was a USA chant, which was weird. I get that's probably to counter the Go Habs Go chants, but you would think it would just be Let's Go Devils instead of just Let's Go USA or whatever. USA, a little bit weird, but you know what? Hey, you do you, Devils fans. I never said they were the brightest ones in the bunch. Dobesh has a good save on Hughes in front. He holds. Evans with a good look on a rush. Allen makes a good save there. And the Habs go to a power play again. Siegenthaler's called for delay of game, puck over glass, 8 minutes in. It's like 7:58, but basically 8 minutes in. There's a cycle off the draw. Slaps in a battle. It's cycled, and we score! Ivan Demidov, 17th of the year, 60th point of the season. From the right circle, a great shot. He makes it 2-0 from Caufield and Suzuki. So Caufield with 85 points now, a 2 primary assist night, and Suzuki gets on the board. He's got 95. He extends his point streak to 5 games, as does Cole Caufield, as does Ivan Demidov. Hell yeah, let's go. Shout out to those boys extending their point streaks. They are hot getting into the playoffs. That's always good to see. Just real good passing. Great shot by Demidov. Habs are now 1 for 2 on the power play. The Ole chants are in full force tonight. That's awesome. Habs do ice a puck as the Devils try to get something in return. And then we score a minute 16 later. I should mention Struble scored with 4:02 left in the first. Demidov scores at 8:12. Hudson again a minute 26 later at 9:28. Makes it 3-0. It's off kind of a scramble in front. Bolduc and Andy rush. They can't get it. It tries to get cleared. Hudson has it. Just jumps up into the slot. Shoots it. And he scores 3-0. Lane Hudson snaps a 13-game goalless drought. He gets his 12th of the year. That's awesome. Hell yeah, Laner. Canadiens are rolling right now. Devils were checking for offside, though. And yeah, no. It's a good goal. No challenge for offside. They might have been looking at goalie interference as well. But Allen clearly had time to get back in net before the goal. And yeah, it's 3-0 Canadiens. There's a shot that bounces over Demidov's stick as the Habs try to go for the 4th goal. Caufield with a shot just saved. Devils go offside as they try to rush. Gallagher goes down with a man and almost gets a skate to the face. Holy shit, that was too close for comfort. Jesus. The Devils would score shortly after with 6:52 left. Mercer goes up high on Dobesh. Really solid shot. No room. He still finds some. Mercer with just his 18th of the year. With a shot like that, you would think he'd have 25 to 30, but no, just 18 for Mercer. He scores from Meyer and Heischer. He makes it 3-1. He sneaks it up on Dobesh. Very good shot there, and shout out Dawson Mercer. Devils scramble in front. Another good pair of saves by Dobesh. Suzuki turns the puck over as he tries to find Bolduc in the slot. And before 30 left, the Habs go to a power play. Bolduc gets high-sticked by Brendan Dillon, and it's a double minor. There is blood. I believe it was on the chin. They were saying it was on the lip, but it looked like there was blood on Bolduc's chin. So either way, there is blood, and it's enough to constitute the power play. So the Habs with a 4-minute power play, they're going to want to capitalize here. If they can get at least one, make it 4-0. That probably puts the game away. If they can get 2 on the power play, go up 5-0, even better. Go up 5-1, I should say. They have scored. Go up 4-1 or 5-1. I forgot the Devils had scored at this point. Demidov has a one-timer wide. The Devils clear. They end up getting a 2-on-1 moments later. Dobesh makes a save. Back the other way. The Habs can't get a 2-on-1. It gets turned over. Right back the other way. Siegenthaler sends it up. Bratt gets it to Hughes. It's another 2-on-1. And the Devils score. Jack Hughes has a wide open net. Dobesh dives way too early, and Hughes just puts it home. Hughes gets a shorthanded goal with 2:20 left in the second period. His 25th of the year. He scores from Bratt and Siegenthaler. That just sucks. That's just bad. Lazy deployment by the Canadiens, and they get burned on that one. Caufield does get found on a one-timer, but it's fired wide. Habs try to get something. Devils are clearing. Hughes has another shorthanded look, but Dobesh saves that one. Habs are 1 for 4 on the power play tonight. Habs in the dying seconds try to find Evans. Hamilton ends up shoving him off the puck. So the Habs still with a 3-2 lead after the second period, but the shots 25-17 for the New Jersey Devils. In the third period, the Devils do get a few shots in the opening minute. They were getting a couple looks right in front. Kapanen gets hit along the boards. Good hit there. There's a long shot held by Allen. Gallagher has a poke, but he can't put a sharp angle shot into the net. The fourth line cycles along the boards. Gooley gets hit hard by Meyer, and an eventual turnover is cleared. Gooley has a tip on a rush shot, but it's gloved by Dobesh. Very good save there. Fourth line has a press again off a steal by Veleno. From behind the net as well, he finds Deneau, who goes to Gallagher in the slot, but the shot is saved. All boys were looking for some type of tip. They know Allen should be good to get beaten there. Just not finding anything. Jack-Eye finds Anderson, but a shot goes nowhere. Dobesh has a save off a turnover. He holds to get a break. Devils were applying more pressure. Dobesh has a good save with Luke Hughes right in front. The Devils then get stuck in their own zone. Not hemmed in by the Canadiens, but just can't exit as they have the puck. You get what I mean. Caufield has a hold at the line. On the next entry, there's a Caufield shot saved up high by Allen. Devils fans were cheering. I think Habs fans were also cheering because we still like Allen, most of us. Hamilton with a blue line slapper gets saved. Two Devils end up running into each other. Dobesh has a good save on a rush drive. His 33rd save of the game with 6:36 left. Demidov pokes at a stick. Almost gets a chance, but it's swiped away in time. Devils have an icing with 6 minutes left. They ice it a minute later after trying to find Andy on a one-on-one. Habs can't connect with more than a few passes. The entire third period was kind of sloppy for the Canadiens. Devils, while they weren't getting great chances, they were getting a lot of chances. Hudson does have the turnover, unfortunately. Habs almost find Slav on a break. Allen comes out, and he plays at the center. There's another fourth line press. Deneau tries to bury one. A good look, but Allen was staying sharp. He was keeping the Devils in it. This probably could have been 5-2 by this point, 6-2 even. Allen played a very good game once it was 3-0 Canadiens. Allen goes to the bench with 2:22 left, and they score. 20 seconds later, Meyer ties the game up. A long-range shot. Dobesh sort of screened in front, leaves the left side a little bit wide open, and it ends up getting in. Meyer with his 23rd of the year, and I believe just a 2-point. No, Yeah, 2-point night. He didn't have a point on the Hughes goal, but a 2-point night for Timo Meier. He gets his 23rd of the year from Hughes and Hamilton. That is also a 2-point night for Jack Hughes. Shout out. And the Habs go to a power play. Yeah, all of a sudden with a minute 54 left. By the way, I should point out they score with the double score with about 2:15 left. So yeah, they don't take long to capitalize on the empty net. But the Habs go to a power play with a minute 54 left. Jack Hughes is called for delayed game, puck over glass. This could be huge for the Canadiens. The Devils clear off the boards. Two Devils run into each other again. Caufield ends up finding Slav, but the shot is saved. The Devils clear again. Caufield has a chance. Suzuki's controller died because he just stood still while the Devils got a clear. That was very weird. Habs with 10 seconds of power play time to start as we head to overtime. Shots 37-23 for the Devils. In said overtime, Newhook and Matheson are out to start. Yeah, we don't start Suzuki, Caufield, Hudson, and Demidov, or even Slavkovsky. No, we just go with the guys who are on the second unit with Demidov for some reason. I don't get it, but sure. Habs are 1 for 5 on the power play tonight. Devils push. There's a huge shot blocked. He sure can't get a shot. Newhook and Demidov have a near 2-on-1, but that ends up being a no-go as it gets held. Back to 3-on-3 we go. Devils cycle it. The top line out. There's no shots. Slav and Demidov rush, but a one-timer is deflected out. Habs nearly get a 2-on-1. Demidov finds Kapanen. The shot is saved. Allen dumps it. It misses Bratt. Dobesh is out in the corner. He checks Bratt and gets it behind the net. Holy shit, that's awesome. Hudson, behind his own net. He gets checked. Dobesh, Jesus Christ, he plays it again. It's It's at the line. How the hell that doesn't go in the net, I don't know. But with the wide open net, it just gently rolls, not past the line, by the line. Just, Jesus Christ, Hudson recovers in time, and he gets it out. Habs try to press, there's a Slav chance saved. Top guy's out, but nothing can be done. So the shots are 38-29 for the Canadiens. We are headed to a shootout. That is right. Boo! We want 10-minute overtime into a tie. Boo! No shootouts. I agree. Glad we are unanimous on this. So, out first for the Devils, it's Paul Cotter. From the left circle, he cuts to center, but the backhander is saved. Caufield's out for Montreal. Unfortunately, these don't count as shootout goals because he scores. He just goes 5-hole. Absolute ripper. And he beats Jake Allen. Bratt's out for the Devils. He just dekes out Dobesh. He gets a wide open net, and he ties it. Demidov is out. He has a beauty of a shot. Goes over the blocker up high. Habs have the 2-1 lead in the shootout. Shout out Ivan Demidov. Jersey, it's Jack Hughes. He has to tie it to keep the shootout going. And Dobesh is Swiss cheese in the shootout. Far side post and in for Hughes. Montreal gets Nick Suzuki out, 0-17. The Jersey Devils get Lenny Hanamo. They get Lilo and Stitch out there. Starts slow. He goes 5-hole and a big save from Dobesh. Slavkovsky's out for the Canadiens. He goes up high, but this time it's a save for Allen. Glass comes in. His shot goes wide. Oliver Kapanen. Can he win it? He does! Oliver Kapanen, a wrister past Allen, and the Canadiens take the 4-3 win in the shootout. And not only do they do that, not only do they win, not only are they now just 1 point back of clinching a playoff spot. With this win, the Montreal Canadiens now have hit 100 on the year. That is right. The Montreal Canadiens with a 100-point season. The Sabres have clinched with 100. The Lightning clinched with 100 before they won tonight. So the Canadiens have Clint. No, they have not. No, it turns out we have a low amount of regulation wins. The Lightning have 39. They had 38 coming into tonight. The Sabres have 38. The Canadiens have 32. And it turns out that if the Red Wings win every single game in regulation, they would have had to win, including tonight. The Canadiens lose all their games in regulation, and the Red Wings win all of theirs in regulation. The Red Wings would have had the tiebreaker, which means that they would have beaten us off for that playoff spot. However, we just need 1 point now. Yeah, so either if the Red Wings lose tomorrow afternoon, they play an early game, a 1 p.m. start against the Wild. If the Wild win in, I believe it's any fashion, the Canadiens clinch a playoff spot. But if the Red Wings win, we, I believe, need just 1 point off the New Jersey Devils on the late game tonight. I'll say tonight because this is probably going up by the time Sunday is hit. So, yeah, the Canadiens with a 100-point season, the first time since 2016-17. Now a record of 45, 21, and 10. Holy shit, I love this team. The Canadiens, again, need just 1 point to clinch. To get into a quick rumor as well, because I imagine that we're going to start resting a couple guys. Notably, probably Slafkovsky, Demidov, Dobson, Matheson, Gallagher, Anderson, a lot of the young guys, the older guys. I say older guys and then I include Demidov there. But we're probably going to start resting a lot of the guys not named Suzuki, Caufield, and Hudson. We're probably going to rest those guys to play a lot of the younger talent, just get them a look in the NHL. The rumor is that Michael Hage will sign with the Canadiens once his college playoffs, I should say, are done. And there's also talk that TJ Hughes, who is a Montreal Canadiens fan growing up, a college free agent right now, there's talk that he apparently has gotten an offer from the Canadiens. There's a lot of teams interested in him. So I'm interested to see if the Canadiens do end up signing him. Michael Hage will slot right into the top 6, you'd imagine, assuming we are scratching a couple guys just to keep this team healthy for the playoffs. Yeah, you have to imagine, assuming the Laval Rocket have also clinched, which I know they're close, but I don't know if they're exactly in yet. But you got to imagine that if they are, you're going to see Florian Jacki, maybe Owen Beck. You're probably going to see David Reinbacher for a couple games, especially for scratching guys like Matheson and Dobson to keep them healthy. You got to imagine we're going to be seeing some guys who are really going to be pushing for a spot next year in the lineup to end the season. So that's going to be exciting. That's going to be very exciting. We're going to see how it goes. That is my James Austin Johnson Donald Trump impression for you guys. So yeah, legitimately, we will see how that goes, and hopefully the Canadiens can clinch tomorrow on Easter Sunday. By the way, happy Easter to everybody. Probably should have started that off. I'll probably say it again in tomorrow's recap. But yeah, happy Easter to everybody, and it would be a very nice present to the Canadiens fans for the Easter Bunny to give the Canadiens a win tomorrow. Why would the Canadiens need a win with help from the Easter Bunny? I don't know. I'm trying to tie it into the holiday, and it's tough to do so. So yeah, let's get into the stats, and let's get on out of here. So, of course, Nick Suzuki leads the Canadiens with 27 goals and 68 assists for 95 points. He is on a 5-game point streak with 3 goals and 6 assists in that span. Cole Caufield with 49 goals, 36 assists for 85 points. He is on a 5-game point streak. His 5-game goal streak does come to an end tonight. Oh, Cole, you not so goal scorer. He is on a 5-game point streak. His 4-game point streak comes to an end. 4-game goal streak comes to an end. Jesus Christ. He is on a 5-game point streak, of which he has 5 goals and 4 assists in that time span. Just insane. By the way, he has 27 goals in his last 27 games now. If he is off to a hot start again next year, it's a very small chance. 50-50 is possible. It's not going to happen, but there's a very small chance that it could. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt Cole. Actually, do doubt Cole, because then he's going to really want to go for it. So Cole has 0 chance of hitting 50 goals in 50 games next year. Let's do it. Lane Hudson has 12 goals and 62 assists for 74 points. He snaps a 13-game goalless drought tonight. Hell yeah, Laner. Juraj Slafkovsky, 29 goals and 38 assists for 67 points. He unfortunately snaps a 3-game point streak. That sucks. Ivan Demidov, though, he continues his point streak. He extends that to 5. He's got 17 goals and 43 assists for 60 points in those 5 games. No, obviously on the season. In the last 5 games, 2 goals and 4 assists. Very respectable. Noah Dobson has 12 goals and 34 assists for 46 points. He's on a 6-game pointless drought and an 18-game goalless drought. That's kind of surprising. Oliver Kapanen, 22 goals and 15 assists for 37 points. He is on a 4-game pointless drought. Mike Matheson, 7 goals and 30 assists for 37 points. Zach Bolduc, 11 goals, 17 assists for 28 points. He is on a 5-game pointless drought. He scored the goal to break the long-ass drought, and then he said, you know what? I'm done for the year. I'll see you guys in the playoffs, where I'll somehow score 6 goals in the first 5 games because I'm Zach Bolduc. It's what I'm going to do. Alex Newhook with 12 goals and 11 assists for 23 points. Josh Anderson, 13 goals and 9 assists for 22 points. He's on a 6-game pointless drought. Jake Evans, 11 goals and 11 assists for 22 points. He is on a 5-game pointless drought. Alexander Carrier, 7 goals and 15 assists for 22 points. Brendan Gallagher, 6 goals, 16 assists for 22 points. He is on a 7-game pointless drought and an 18-game goalless drought. Damn. Alexander Texier, who is unfortunately still injured, 8 goals, 12 assists, 20 points, and a 6-game pointless drought. Kirby Dach, who is also unfortunately still hurt, 8 goals and 6 assists for 14 points, along with just 1 point in his last 6 games that he's played. Jaden Struble, 2 goals, 10 assists for 12 points. He snaps a 4-game pointless drought. Hell yeah, Strubes. Phil Deneau, 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points. 13-game pointless drought, and it really doesn't feel like that with Phil. Caden Gooley's got 2 goals, 8 assists for 10 points. He's on a 7-game pointless drought. It doesn't feel like that either with Ghouls. Sammy Blais, 2 goals and 3 assists for 5 points in his time with the Canadiens. He is back on Laval. Joe Veleno, 2 goals and 2 assists for 4 points. He is on an 18-game pointless drought. Arbor Jacki with a goal and 2 assists for 3 points. He snaps a 30-game pointless drought. Hell fucking yeah, Arbor. Let's go. Owen Beck, before he got sent back down to Laval, he had a goal and a 7-game pointless drought. Patrick Laine, Florian Jacki, and Jared Davidson, who are both back in Laval, all have an assist this year. Arbor Jacki obviously leads the Canadiens in fights. He's the sheriff after all. He's got 7 of those. Josh Anderson and Jaden Struble each with 2 fights. Brendan Gallagher, Caden Gooley, Kirby Dach, Caden Gooley, Joe Veleno, and Florian Jacki all have a fight each. Jakub Dubeš obviously leads the goaltenders with a 27-8-4 record, a 2.73 goals against average, and a 904 save percentage. Samuel Montembeault with a 10-8-4 record, a 3.43 goals against average and an 872 save percentage, and Jacob Fowler with an 8-5-2 record, a 2.56 goals against average, a 904 save percentage, and the lone shutout for the Montreal Canadiens this year. So yeah, that is going to do it for this episode of the HabWrap. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Hit the follow button if you are on Spotify, Amazon, wherever the hell else you might be listening to the podcast on. Yeah, much greatly appreciated. Also, please share the podcast if you can with anybody who you think might enjoy listening, such as a fellow Montreal Canadiens fan, a hockey fan who's maybe looking for a Montreal Canadiens podcast, or someone who you think just might enjoy listening to some fat kid from Quebec talk about the Montreal Canadiens for half an hour after every game. So yeah, that is going to do it for this episode of the HabWrap again. My name is Harry Rice, and always remember, no matter how good we are like last year, or how pretty damn good we are like this year, or how fantastic we'll be in the future, go Habs go, allez Montreal, and say it with me everybody, c'est la boo!